Hello and welcome to the 2022 Open at Tallahassee. This is the FPO lead card coverage, round 1, back 9. We are here at the Tom Brown Disc Golf Course in Tallahassee, Florida. Let's check out our leaderboard.
We've got a huge tie at the top, 6 people at -1 and then a few at +1. On this card, we'll be watching Valerie, Holly, Maria, and Ellen.
Here we are, hole 10, 310 feet. This plays slightly uphill, and it's kind of tricky to get to. You can do a turnover flex shot, you can do a hyzer flip, you can just do a straight shot and take a short little uphill putt. There's a couple different ways you can attack it.
You could also throw a sidearm.
I mean, if you want to.
We'll see if Ellen does. Valerie up first.
It's looking a little low, but it's sneaking between.
I like her disc choice. That trespass gets that nice flip up.
It's a long putt.
Ooh, what is that?
It was a shrike, a bit off angle, so I'll have just an upshot into the basket, not really a putt at it.
Ellen throwing the sidearm. This is a shrike.
Shrike life. I like the height on it.
Looks like circle 2.
Yeah, 45, 50. Maria with a fairway driver.
This is a Hawkeye. Ooh.
And that twig messed up the flight.
It was coming in nice.
It was.
Guess it was just a little high. This one's a little hard to get to. I think it plays to the sidearm. And it's playing uphill, so it might be, 330 or something, 340. That'll be inside the circle for a little putt.
Ellen's got a nice open shot at it. She can float that Nova right into the chains.
Oh, go, go.
Oh, my goodness.
It looked like it was going to go exactly in from our angle. Good run by Ellen. Valerie on her second.
And I like how she has the control on her long putts. She puts a lot of height on them, and they just die near the basket, hopefully in it.
Oliva laying it up.
Par putt. And believe it or not, no one, not a single girl, got a birdie here today. This is a tough hole to get to. I am guaranteeing there are going to be some birdies tomorrow.
Yeah, only 4%. So one person got in circle 1 and 19% got in circle 2. So not a lot of realistic looks at this hole today. I think we're going to see some in the coming rounds, though.
Oh, yeah. You'll check back tomorrow. You'll be seeing some birds there.
On to hole 11. This is a par 3, only 300 feet, but tucked way up here on the right side. Really plays to a sidearm hyzer shot, but a big turnover by a backhand could get you a park job, or just throw it straight and give yourself a look from up the hill. Val going aggressive. This is a Maverick, so looking for that big turn. And she's getting it. Wow.
She made a joke that, I guess that's the line. So
I think she threw a little inside her line.
Didn't quite mean to cut the corner like that, but it worked out great. I'm going with the Roadrunner. It's a bit too low, but it's open. Wouldn't really call it a putt, though.
Ellen over here licking her chops at this sidearm line. This is a shrike. She needs to keep that hyzer angle, and she does. Get in there. Uh-huh. That's a putt. Maria with that same Hawkeye.
And look how she puts the turnover on this.
That's a lot of angle, and I think it's the right play.
Beautiful shot. So I said this wasn't really a putt, but of course I decided I was going to give it a little floaty bid. Not close, but now I'll have a short putt for par.
I like to call those confidence putts. Maria for birdie. Oh, that's a big comebacker.
And the speed she put on that being a downhill putt, yeah, that is a long comeback for sure. For par.
Jinx. Oh, no.
And again, the speed and spin on that contributes to how much rollaway she gets. She hits that cage at the wrong angle.
Maria again for bogey.
No contact with the basket on that one.
Lost a little heart on that last putt, but she's close now. And Ellen for birdie. Oh.
Little low out of the hand. Valerie's putt looking very strong today. She'll get a birdie. Maria taking an unfortunate double here on hole 11. Her little trouble around the putting green.
Nice comebacker for par.
And with that, Valerie Mandujano, currently 2 under par after that birdie. Hole 12, 610 feet, par 4. You can really unleash one off the tee. There's a lot of space to work with here. Your second shot can be under this low canopy. You can sneak into the green and have yourself a birdie putt. What you don't want to do is end up behind that fence and be pinched off and have to waste a stroke trying to get around the corner. Also, that sidewalk you see on the left, that's out of bounds, so you don't want to flirt with that either.
Valerie with a Ballista Pro looking for big distance. That's a great shot. I like that she's so far to the right. She'll open up that second shot.
Star Shrike.
The wind was pushing from right to left, so it's pushing all these backhands up onto this hillside. Kind of putting you out of position, but there's a lot of lines to get to the pin from there as well. Ellen going with the backhand. That same Shrike puts it a little higher up on that hill. Maria with an Emperor. Nice D. There'll be a line between that big tree and the fence. But Ellen's probably going to go around that tree.
You can see the wind is just getting stronger. I keep saying that, but
that tree is so in the way. So she catches the fence. That'll be all right, though.
it rolls into a very favorable position. She's around the corner. It takes a lot of stress off the next shot.
This is a great tee shot.
This wind is spooky, so I'm just trying to go something to the right side of the basket. I did not want any type of hyzer into that sidewalk.
Look at how it's blowing those trees. Oh, my goodness. Valerie on an uphill run-up. This is her truth. I like that angle control. Leaves it a little short.
Yeah, and it's really gusty around this basket, so you do not really want a long putt here.
Maria just ripping on her. AVR X3 puts it pin high on the right side with an uphill putt. That's as good as it gets.
Widboom floating her Nova. She'll be in the circle.
She leaves it a little bit left, but I kind of like that play instead of getting the right side.
Yeah, it's just like so gusty here. I just feel like the closer the better.
And this right side can cause some crazy rollaways. It's kind of moundy. I wouldn't be messing with it.
So I do have a little tunnel there, but I don't want to get greedy.
Yeah, leave it on the good side. So Maria, this is for birdie. Oh, it sits right there. This is a little bit of a tester for par. Downhiller too.
Solid putt.
Also a little bit of comebacker. No problem.
Slicing through the wind. And this is yet another hole where there were no birdies. And with that, Valerie Mandujano's still the only one under par on this card.
On to hole 13, another par 5, 670 feet. The first shot, there's one to throw a controlled distance drive out to about here, maybe to the right. And then next shot, throwing it out over this field, trying to get it as close to the basket, probably going to get about here. And then there's this tricky upshot around this huge tree. It's a really beautiful tree, but also has very low hanging branches, and the wind is ripping.
It's very helpful to bite off as much distance as you can off of the tee, with this being a 670-foot hole, just making that last shot into the green so much easier. And even though there is a fairway through the woods, no sensible person would take that, so we're all going this nice open grassy route on the right side.
And if you can get up a little bit high, like where you are, you actually have a flat run up for that next shot, which is key. This is the Mamba, looking for that straight shot. Climbs the hill just at the top of it. That's good. Maria looking for some distance. This is an Emperor. Yep. Get under that stuff. That's a mash. Way up there.
A little low out of the hand, but perfectly fine.
Yeah, it's a little out of range to get there in 2, so as long as you just make forward progress, it's all about that third shot. Great line. Valerie with a trespass.
And is this just not the most beautiful park you have ever seen? Just look at the trees and the grass. It's so well maintained.
I love the Spanish moss.
Me too.
Also great for wind reeds. You just got a bunch of these little flags everywhere.
Exactly.
Maria getting it way down there.
She'll have a really easy upshot into the green. The shorter, the better.
So Ellen on her third, looking to get to the basket, but she's got to go under those tree branches. And they are low. Oh, how about through them? That works too.
Sneaks through.
She's at the, she's at the edge of the circle, but still a really good look at birdie.
And it's so windy here. I wanted to throw my Mako. I was afraid it would just go straight like hole 1. So I whipped out the Gator for special circumstances and shorted it a bit.
Valerie also stabling up. This is a harp.
And Valerie doing the same move,
no.
shorting hers as well.
And Maria with a short pitch.
Yeah, just chipping that
That is
X3 in. Look at that.
Ideal birdie putt. As opposed to... Is she trying to make this? Oh, she is through the gut. I love it. That's a tree crouch putt.
What a cool putt. I even switched to a heavier putter because it was pretty windy. Didn't get a taste of that one, though.
Yeah, it's so tough to trust, you know, when you're not used to throwing like a gator or her harp or a heavier putter. Really tough to talk yourself into it sometimes, to really throw in the line you need to throw when you haven't got to throw it that much.
Ellen also using a new putter, an Omega. I was asking her about it, which we are allowed to use as Innova team members. Only 4 birdies on the day on that hole. You saw one here. Let's check out hole 14, 325 feet, par 3, and it's getting windier and windier. I keep saying it, but it's a really big factor at this point. This hole plays slightly uphill, so it's going to feel a little bit longer than 325. You've got an elevated basket, so that's going to make the putt really interesting if it's breezy when you're up there. I feel like this is a want-to-get birdie coming into the finishing stretch here.
Oh, and this is great. This is a Thunderbird, and she puts it right outside the bullseye. You can see that crazy, it's a left to right, heavy left to right wind. So if the disc turns at all, it's going to stay in that turn.
That's a little low out of Valerie's hand, which I did that a lot in practice, and it was definitely the wind's fault, not mine. Star Strike.
This looks great. Yep. Circle's edge. And not the worst wind. This is a Shrike from Ellen. That'll give her a nice, just outside circle 2, probably just a pitch up. That's a Warden, stable plastic. Puts it a little short.
Yeah, you'd like to be a little closer on these elevated baskets.
Ellen probably just trying to put this at the base. Yeah, she doesn't. Did it roll away?
It did roll away, which again, we've seen people with a lot of spin and speed like that, and me and Maria. When you hit things, it contributes to these detrimental rollaways. So really got to think about that for controlled up shots.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to go for that. That was not a layup.
That's like that's like mind, body over mind. You're like, lay it up. Your body's like, no. And then you put in the middle. Valerie trying to save the par.
Oh. Little misread from Mandujano. Ellen, this will be her par putt. Yeah, it was a rude rollaway. Very rude indeed.
So can't lay this one up. Cage, but it sits there.
For birdie, Oliva.
Oh, it finds the bottom of the basket. Little high, but that'll work.
For bogey, Mandujano.
Man, that was like one of the first misfires she's had since just hole 1.
The This is where I learned about Ellen's new Omega putter.
So Maria with the birdie there, also joining Jessica Weiss as the only 2 birdies in the field.
Whether you know it or not, you have a brand, and we have discs. Let's put them together and make something really cool. We've got plenty of discs and are ready to stamp or Dimax them however you'd like.
Isn't it expensive?
Well, guy who asks convenient questions, at Dynamic Discs you can see what's available and fill out the form to see what it'll cost you before you even order. Sometimes I fill it out just for fun, because you can watch the numbers go. Anyways, head to dynamicdiscs.com/custom to place your custom order and grow your brand, whatever that is.
On to hole 15. This is a par 3, 345 feet, a little bit downhill, and through this beautiful row of trees. Players are going to probably throw a backhand. Nice and flat down the hill, looking for a little bit of fade to the left. Still fighting this crazy wind. It's pushing hard from left to right. So it's kind of pushing you away from the basket. Players are going to want to throw a shot that fights that.
That's a too high.
Little high, yeah.
You really need to put a down angle on the nose and send it a little more right so it can swing into the basket.
Ooh, I like it. Oh, yeah, a little tree mac. Hey-o. Little tree mac and cheese. Ooh, I like. Ooh, that's really nice.
It's incredible.
Flipped up
It's picture perfect.
and inside the bullseye or at the edge.
Mandujano with the best shot I've seen on this hole.
Ellen with a strike.
And that's a little high and a little left. And unfortunately, she gets knocked down early.
Ellen with a substantial upshot and not a great wind for it. She needs that fade,
Looking for more of a ground flare skip out of that.
and she'll have a headwind putt. Maria also kind of out of range, but she might be giving this a run.
Oh, if it's Maria, she's giving it a run.
That'll work.
Her par save, Ellen Widboom. Get in there.
Yes. Top band in the basket. She needed that.
And after that roll away from the elevated basket before, she did need that little confidence boost.
And Holly for birdie. Ching-a-ling. And the tailwind putt. Just like you drew it up. And Valerie looking to get the scorecard eraser out and get this birdie. Recovering from that bogey on the last hole. Great
Only
birdie.
4 birdies here today, and you saw 2 of them.
Lisa Fakis and Valerie's sister Alexis were the only other 2. Ooh, snake it in the left side. Good enough.
And with that, Valerie remains under par and I drop to even. Here we are, hole 16, 275 feet, par 3. You've got a straight shot. You can do a little hyzer flare ground skip. I feel like I've said that 5 or 6 times already. But really, you don't want to punch it too far and have to putt back through the trees. That's when it can get tricky. Also, hyzering in too early left in the forest doesn't give you much of a look either.
Is this a road runner?
It sure is, Metal Flake.
Little flip up and float. Get left.
Yeah, a little too far on that, but that'll do.
Valerie going mid. This is her truth. That looks good. Skittles on in there. Maria going putter. This was a P2. Goes a little straighter than she wants, but she's pinned high inside the circle. Ellen going with a mamba, so clubbing down a bit for these wooded shots.
And what a great straight flyer that was.
Kind of gets a bad kick off that tree, but she'll still have a look.
That could have been so bad, but it wasn't, thanks to the flag.
Ellen also with a tricky putt around this tree. Oh, yeah. Jeez. Oh, and another roll away. Stop that.
And that is
It's
just
like following Maria.
rude because she's just had a few of those today
And now she's got a slight headwind.
for par.
Pushes it over the basket. You wouldn't think you'd have so much wind with so many trees, but the wind was so heavy. Maria with a great putt. Ellen for bogey. Just terrible basket play.
And a birdie putt for Valerie.
To get 2 in a row.
Very nice.
Puts her down another at -3. Will be good for par. So, a couple birdies. On to the second to last hole, number 17, par 3, 310 feet. Plays up this really tight alley, then finishes to the left. Players are going to want to push it up with a little bit of a flip so that it continues to glide before it fades. Really technical shot, and this right to left wind is really tough to throw this shot in. You could push everything right and high. So players are going to need to adjust to the left and lower in order to get this to fly through this gap. Marie with a T-bird 3. Yep. That's great. Whew, wow. That's so much power. Oh, I think she likes it.
She's so cute. Star Shrike.
Ooh, yes. Following her line. Aw, I get caught up a little bit, but still great shot.
Ellen with the mamba. And it's just too windy for a mamba, but this is a competition, so not going to tell her that.
Maybe she'll watch this. I probably wouldn't. Not in the middle of a tournament.
No, me neither.
This is a verdict. Ooh. Trickles out of the circle, but she's up there for a putt for par. Ellen trying to put this close. Walk away with a par. Yeah.
Roll into the green. There we go. That's the direction we're looking for.
So just outside the circle
Yes.
with a right to left wind, which makes it tough. Oh, but you were right on line. What was that giggle for?
It was fun to try for that putt in that wind.
Valerie with a straight headwind putt from pretty far. Runs it. And this will be for bogey. solid putt.
For par. Ellen Widboom with a bit of up and down in her game today.
Yeah, she mentioned her timing was off. You know, I mean, we all have those days. She said nothing really felt right. So powering through, though, and figuring out some things on the way to learn from. She's a seasoned player. Maria with the birdie.
And with that, Maria Oliva sneaks under par along with Mandujano. Here we are, the final hole, 18, par 4, 665 feet. You want to bite off as much distance as you can off the tee, and where your drive lands can help you decide how you want to approach the green. I like to land on the right side and take the hyzer in. Some people like to land in the middle and take the straight shot like the drone is flying. Just play to your strengths, and if you're lucky, you can get a par. You can get a 3 here. It's not easy though. It's 2 really good shots.
And a crazy putt. That elevated green is pretty intimidating. Maria up first. This is an Emperor. She's looking for Big D.
And that is high, and
oh,
what a denial.
Shot. Oh, man. That just got smacked down.
Star Shrike.
Yeah, that's great. There's a tough right to left wind. So, I mean, it caught it and pushed it over, but still enough stability for the hyzer, for it to hyzer out. Great position. Ellen's going to go with the gut shot. This is a Shrike. Oh, I'm kidding. Nope. Ellen is throwing a roller. That's pretty awesome that she throws sidearm rollers like that.
And we saw her attempt some rollers earlier in the round that were also a bit off angle, and that one did the same thing as the ones earlier. Valerie
missed that tree. Need a little more turn on that trespass. Maria got smacked down a little early, so she's probably not going to be able to get to the green. But looking to get as far as she can to make that upshot for the par. Much more simple.
She puts a lot of distance on that. She's almost pin deep.
Valerie with a Raider.
And as we walked up, Valerie looked around and said, "Is it my turn?" Yes, and instantly executed her shot in, I swear, just 1 millisecond. She's such a fast player.
Ellen looked to throw another roller.
And this is not out of bounds. It's just a spectator roping.
Needs to stand up.
And just like we saw on the drive, it is not going where intended.
Yeah, rollers are hard to throw anyway. And
Super
then
windy
when
here.
you add the wind, that's the next level.
Oh, yeah.
Predictions. Ooh, keeping it low under that tree branch. All right. Circle 2, look at an intimidating green. So Ellen on her third, looking to get this close. Oh, what is this roll about? What? Okay, I think that's safe.
It is safe. It's safe.
Valerie probably pitching this up. I'd be pitching it to the tail side. Looks like she did that pretty well. Perfect.
And a nice simple layup from Maria Oliva.
Yes. First level.
Yeah, that's a bonus. I love that Ellen went for that putt. Mandujano for par.
Solid round for Mandujano. A couple miscues, but under par. Good finishing putt. Ellen had a little bit of trouble, but we all have those days. She just came off a great win at Third on the Mountain last weekend.
She sure did.
Maria also for the par. And look at you, little drop in.
Boop.
Whew, that was exciting. Oh my gosh, so much action going on.
3 pars and a bogey. All right, this course is incredibly fun to play, and with the wind, you just never know what's going to happen. You have to check back tomorrow, see how many birdies we can get, and also we had a lot of holes that had no birdies, so you definitely have to tune in, see if we can birdie those. Look at this leaderboard.
Tied for first, Lisa Fakis and Stacy Haas with -4. Kona and Jessica coming in right behind him at -3. Valerie at -2. Maria at -1. Holly at even. And Carly Hannah
1 over.
Valerie had a great round. Wow, this is going to be a fun. There's so many people close to the top. I think these next 2 rounds, we're going to see a bunch of movement. And tomorrow is moving day.
It's anybody's game.
So we'll see you guys back. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, see you on round 2.